just going to say it because this is what I hear all the time. Private messages. I say, John. You ain't pulling that nothing. You Elvis Presley. You ain't pulling, you're not pulling nothing over on my eyes. You Elvis Presley, there's no doubt. And what have you been doing all these years? And why do you allow your voice to be shouted all over the internet? Aren't you afraid? Well, first of all, I'll go ahead and tell him, it's been 31 years, right? I'm not as young as I used to be, and my voice has changed a little bit. At least enough, Just to clarify, to make, so you won't have to go back and forth or whatever. I don't sound the same as I sounded when I was 19. I don't sound the same as when I recorded That's Alright Mama the very first time. When I wailed like a cat. Blue Moon in Kentucky was banging on buckets, squealing like a cat. I don't sound the same as that. I don't sound like I did in '68 when I come out. Halfway could sing back then. I was getting better at that point. Scratching everywhere when I was singing. At that point I was scratching like a cat. Everything I sang was scratchy. Finally, about 1972, 73, somewhere around there, I finally got to where I could sing. Smooth. Yeah. In 1977, my voice started giving on me a little bit. So I cut Trilogy out of my show most of the time. And got up on stage looking like a Slim Fast commercial. I did my best, and in about 1981, or about 1980 through 81, or 82 and 83, I had some serious voice problems, and it had to do with the same old thing I've had for ages since I turned 40. Well, I told a few people about it, and after that, after I was basically assured that I should never come back as long as I live, I had to listen to some of my records. My voice started clearing up, and I started sounding a little bit better. And I reckon today that I'm probably about half of what I used to be. And that's okay, because at least I don't sound like a grandpa, I don't think. I'm trying to keep up with this screen, man. It goes fast. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what about Tom Jones? Man, I saw Tom Jones in the shower one time. Okay, you guys.
And there's a few others that still trying to figure it out, and you're going in the wrong direction. But that's all I'm going to say for now. And I'd like to tell my friend that I won't call her name, just Elvis is my guy, and but I'd like to tell you, thank you very much for being my friend. You've been a wonderful friend, and I'm sorry that I can't always talk to you like I'm talking to you now, but you've been a wonderful friend of mine, and I hope I've helped you through things in life, and you've definitely helped me through things in life, and may God bless you. I've been asking the question by a lot of people. It says, are you ever going to announce you're still alive to all your fans? Well, as I said one time before, it would be very silly of me to walk back into a lifestyle that I worked so hard to escape from. So, there's been a book in the works, and it's been some time now, and when I'm really gone, then everything that certain people know now will come out in the book. the people like this young lady here that everybody's probably calling crazy, they're going to find out she was right. She's going to have pictures nobody else has. And all the people who believed all this time and were made fools of on television shows or whatever, they're going to find out they were right. They're going to get the last laugh. I've been working on a book about my life, and it's been going on for some time now. And it will be released, but it will be released when I'm really gone, because then I'll truly be free. Until then, I'll run into people from time to time, and when I do, then there'll be other people who know the secret. Okay, apparently nobody has anything else to say, so just watch for the room being open, and we'll try to make announcements from time to time when we're going to open it. And I'd like to say to my friend who stuck by me all these years, I love you, may God bless you. And we're going to leave on this note. And says, does Lisa know him? Okay. I know there's a lot of Lisas that know him, but probably yes. And unless it just depends on which Lisa you're talking about. But anyway, we're going to leave on this note, and we're going to close the room. And I'd like to tell everybody thank you for coming. If you don't believe I am who I am, that's fine. You can still be my friend. I still love you. And Texas lady, I'd just like to say that you have a wonderful personality. And it doesn't matter what you believe or about me or don't believe. That's fine. You know, there's a lot of people who believe like you. It doesn't make you a bad person. And you have a wonderful personality, a bubbly personality. And my friend, the one I'll call Elvis, is my guy. She's been a wonderful friend of mine for many, many years now. And all of you are wonderful friends, but she's a very special friend. And I'd just like to say that I was very happy to have met all of you, and especially my friend. And may God bless all of you. Adios and good night.
Steve Fever is the name our culprit enemy, George Bush, is now going by. He has put on a jumpsuit and grew some sideburns, or he's buying them. I don't know which one, but he's hiding as an Elvis impersonator at times. He decided to take that new identity not too many years ago. He just I've got to come forward with the truth. I can't hold it no longer. He's out to eliminate me, and he's out to eliminate Sean and anybody who's with us. But he feels like if he can cut the head off, he'll vanquish everybody else, I reckon. But he even talks with accent sometimes. By accent, I mean something that's not his usual thing. And but sometimes he goes back and forth. He just decides which one he wants to do when he's in a certain particular room. But he's got a website and everything. Yeah, really, I kid you not. George Bush has become an ETA. I kid you not, because he thinks I am in the world of ETAs, and he has come for me. That's what I've been told. I kid you not. If you Google him, you're going to find out I'm right. Pictures and all. He made some mistakes, man. I tell you what, his face is too recognizable. He shouldn't have come out there as an Elvis impersonator. He should have been something else, I don't know. George Bush, maybe he should have been changed his face a little bit and run for president again. I don't know. Who knows? But he has decided to take the Elvis impersonator route, so I reckon he thinks he can stick around longer that way. And he's in power. And he's one of the big wigs of the order. I know this all sounds funny, but If you Google it, you'll find out. If you don't hear about this and take his website down, he's, he plays a good guy on television, but, he was one of the masterminds of a certain thing happened recently. I'm not going to mention. At least that's what I heard. And, as far as those folks go, I guess he's one of the better ones, but he's still an evil politician. What can I say? Oil tycoon, evil politician. The better of the two evils, maybe, but still, But now he has pushed his fight, forward, and he has become an Elvis impersonator. And he's using the name Steve Fever. I don't know what it does. Maybe he's got George is a shapeshifter. That's what I heard anyway. I kid you not. Look it up if you don't believe me. What's his name? David Icke. Some people pronounce it differently. David Icke, David Icke, whatever his name is. He's got a whole website out there about it. And not that I'm putting anything he does. No, don't. He's got some things dead right. I'm just using some things in fun, but he said that George Bush is a shape-shifting reptilian. So if he's right, then I don't think he's I don't think he's shape-shifted enough personally, to be. But he stayed too much like himself. But still, he's got the name Steve Fever, and he goes back and forth between George Bush and Steve Fever, and he's got all these weird government powers, and he hangs out in different places. Sometimes he even goes, he hangs out in the UK a lot, and Texas a lot, different places, I reckon. He may not let you know that, but don't ask him now. Don't message him and say, "Are you George Bush?" Because he's going to get mad at you. He plays up the role of Elvis impersonator to the T. He's available for parties and things like that, but all he's doing is getting knowledge. If you hire him for your wedding, beware. That's what I say. Because he's there, he's just listening. He's got an ear to the ground. He's listening for knowledge about me and about Sean and where he can find this. He knew he couldn't get anywhere where he was at, and wouldn't do him any good to try to get it on the island, because everybody's a brotherhood there, and the brotherhood's not allowed to do anything to the brotherhood. But so hang loose. Well, I'll tell you what, look him up and you'll find out. Like I told you, I don't think he morphed enough, He's trying, but he didn't morph enough. I guess his mind can't concentrate enough to completely become what he needs to become. He's still thinking too much like himself. That's what I heard about those folks. The ones that morph, I heard they have to concentrate on what they want to look like, that type of thing, and then they just gradually morph into it. Apparently, he can't get his own, politician life out of the way, and he just, ends up getting sideburns and, the hairstyle and the jumpsuit, and that's about it. He might be able to morph his face just a little bit. He tries, but he's not, it's not too good. I think he may have been part of the inspiration for finding Graceland. But honestly, using Harvey. Harvey's a good guy, but that may have been the reason why they used Harvey Keitel, is because he's of all the actors, he looks probably the most like George Bush and the most like Steve Fever. So they're trying to send a message: beware of Steve Fever. Even though he's a good guy in the movie, and he's a good guy. He is a good guy in the movie, but it's a message movie. Beware of Steve Fever. Beware of someone coming asking you, questions and telling you he's Elvis and looking like George Bush. Beware, 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 for he has come. How long he'll stay, I don't know. But Steve Fever is here today. Wait, if you think I'm lying, just Google Steve Fever. Google, do it right now. Just open a window, Google Steve Fever and Elvis together, and see if I'm lying. See if I'm telling a story. I dare you. And just don't tell him about me, and don't tell him about Sean. Of course, most of you don't know where we are at the time, but still don't tell him anyway, because he's just trying to gather knowledge. If he gets in here, he probably won't do nothing, but still, he can't do nothing on the island. Like I said, we got too much power there, but he tries to do things outside the island. If he can get us outside the island, that's a different story. So he has come to the world of ETAs. George Bush has arrived in the world of ETAs, and before he was George Bush, the oil tycoon and President of the United States, he was the irritating kid in third grade. No, I'm just teasing. Who knows? Who knows what he was in the past? He could have been anything. But those of you who get curious enough to actually Google Steve Fever and Elvis together, you're going to find out what I'm talking about. But don't you ask him about George Bush. Just don't do it, because he's never going to tell you the truth. And if he does, beware, beware, beware. Uh-oh, Carol done found him. Carol, you better beware. You're dealing with a powerful man there. He's going to play the role of Elvis impersonator to the T, but he's one of the evil world rulers. Almost as evil as the Obama administration. Almost. And I'm teasing, but I'm not teasing. I'm telling you. You see. People just have to look him up, find out, if I'm right or wrong, or if I'm lying or teasing, or, I'm never going to tell. We're not allowed to talk about that kind of thing. All I can do is throw out hints. Wayne wrote one of my biggest hits. He did. Wayne wrote one of my biggest hits, the letter. The Elvis letter, He wrote it first. After I wrote it, tore it up, wadded it up, threw it away. And he picked it out of my trash can, allegedly. Somebody did. Somebody picked it out of my trash can, allegedly. And and they said that, poor Elvis, look at him, he's right now. God wanted to go home, everything else, he's ready to die, wanted everybody to he was in a sad shape. The truth is, it was just song lyrics, man. I was just thinking of a song, Those of you who know me best know I'm just teasing. I'm not Elvis, but I'm just sort of playing his part for a few minutes. But it was just song lyrics, That's all. Just writing song lyrics, trying to figure out how they might go together. I write a whole song with it. Got disgusted with it, watered it up, thrown it away, like most writers. A lot of writers have written probably masterpieces and watered them up and thrown them away. Thought nobody'd like them. Can you guys hear me all right? Somebody seems to think that I don't know. I probably ought not even say a word. John Lennon in our creation of Captain Hippie have been hijacked recently. Somebody who hates me apparently is going by Captain Hippie and making all sorts of hateful videos, telling me how much they hate my guts. And you have a very familiar voice in what someone says. But yeah, I trust them. That's all I got to say. My source, I trust. So, anything's possible. But, whatever. I don't get it. I never have understood my people come to the room and want to kiss my butt while I'm here, and then go somewhere else and talk a bunch of garbage about me, and make videos on how much they hate me and all that kind of stuff. Because you know what? I don't hate anybody. I don't know why they hate me. I started typing because you're wondering, it's just far and away over.